Alright, this video picks up at 5-2 where we start drawing the exterior walls of our residential house. The most important thing here is that you set up the project correctly. Set up the walls, correctly. First, let me show you, this is the sheet that I handed out. These are the dimensions of the exterior wall that you need to follow first. Have this sheet next to you while you're dimensioning your walls because you're not going to want to have to watch everything that I type in. I want you to notice too, we're going to start at this corner up here and work our way clockwise. I will explain why clockwise is important in a minute. Alright, so let's come to Revit. I'm going to click this button under the Architecture tab. Make sure you're in that tab and click Wall. And now what you want is you'll drop this down and make sure you're on generic 8-inch, which is just a generic wall that is 8 inches thick. You want to leave the top constraint unconnected, which just means it's not connected to any specific level, and you'll change this height right here to 19 feet. You can simply type 19 and it will assume that that's in feet. And then the most important thing here is you change this to finish face exterior. Before I do that though, let me show you what that means. I'm going to just draw a wall. Let me zoom in here. And let's say I make it 10 feet. Now do you see how it's hinging in the middle of the wall? So if you look, the way this wall works is it's like the two walls are connected in the middle. That's what wall centerline means. If I change this, I can't change it while I'm actively drawing, as you can see, so I'm going to hit escape and undo. Let me change this back to exterior. And now I'm going to draw a wall. And I'll change it to 10 feet. Oh, sorry, wanted that to be straight. Make sure if you keep your hand on your mouse, it makes it easier because then it doesn't float off. If I hit 10, now with it set to exterior, you can see it's now hinging at the exterior corner. Okay. This is important because if I make that 10 feet and now I hinge this wall here, that wall will, the initial first wall that I drew will stay at 10 feet. Okay. Let me draw another one, and that was when I went clockwise, as you can see. So I went this way and then down as if a clock, in the direction of a clock. If I draw another 10-foot wall, and then I come up, which is counterclockwise, do you see how it's hinging on the outside now? So what Revit does, I want you to notice the corner right now is not filled in. Once I click that wall, it is going to automatically fill that corner in for me. So once I do that, I'm going to hit OK. And now I want to dimension these so that you understand the implication of where you have that wall selected. So this is still 10 feet. This, however, because I dimensioned it, or I drew it counterclockwise, you can see it's now 10.8. It is not the dimension I actually wanted. So make sure you're always drawing in a clockwise direction. Okay, I'm going to delete these walls. So to delete them, I can just draw a box around the whole thing and hit the delete key. All right, I'm going to double click my middle mouse button so I zoom back out. And now I'm going to draw my walls again, and this is for the textbook house. So make sure you're set to exterior here, 19 feet. And I'm going to start at this corner, like I said, and go over 60 feet, 8 inches. So I'm going to start drawing, and I'm going to just type 60, it's 8. You can zoom in a little bit. Go back to that picture. It is 4'4" down. I'm going to come down 4'4". And I'll switch back to the picture. It goes over 15 feet. And you can see this drawing is dimensioned outside to outside. So 15 will be the accurate dimension. And down. This one goes down 31.4. Okay. Now this one, because it's going to be the same as the wall above it, you can allow Revit to automatically find that for you. Do you see the blue dashed line? I can just click that down. And this is again 4'4". Down. And here I'm going to pause the video so you don't watch me doing all these, but you just continue on your way until you get over here. Hopefully everything lines up and you can draw up from there. So I'm going to pause it briefly. So rather than pausing, I'm just going to quickly go through and not toggle between the drawings. Make sure you get what I'm doing. To pan, which is to move your drawing, you can simply click your middle mouse button and drag that. Now hopefully we are lined up, which is are. And there you go. Now to draw your garage wall, you come in and click again, and imagine we're going clockwise, so we want to start in this bottom view. Here's your garage wall, it's 5 feet up. You can zoom in so that you know that you're 5 feet, although it's not going to toggle to that dimension, unfortunately. So I'm just going to start drawing, and we'll dimension it later. Okay, if we captured that little triangular shape, we can move that later. Move that, you can just draw a box from the left to the right around it and drag it out there. Okay. So you can see I missed getting that at 5 feet. If you want to move that, you can click on this wall and click the, here we go. We know that it's supposed to be 5 feet from this wall to that wall, so you can just click this and change to 5. This, of course, changed. So now you want to come up here and change this dimension back to 30. Oops.